Hey guys, it's Nathan. Continuing the series on Zeal's latest round of switches, in today's video I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the new Healios switches from Zeal PC. Just to be transparent, Zeal PC is a sponsor of this channel, and I was sent these switches to review for free. I will also have an affiliate link down below in the description box where you guys can purchase these switches as well. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about these. The Healios are an entirely new switch from Zeal, and it's a switch that a lot of people have been asking for, and with good reason. Linear switches are very popular within the enthusiast community, but whether you are someone just starting off or well experienced, silencing your switches is an area that I think everyone looks to explore. I think. And the Healios are exactly the combination of those two things I just mentioned. They are silent linear switches. It features a pretty Hermes orange colored stem, will only be offered with a 67 gram bottom out spring, and comes with the new updated PCB mount housings and leaf found in the Healios V2, meaning the only difference between the Healios and the Healios V2 is the stem. If you guys haven't already checked out my review of the Healios V2 switches, I will have it linked up here. So Zeal already has one of the smoothest linears on the market right now. There's no doubt that the Healios are extremely smooth. Around this time last year, the Xylent V1s were released, and those were the first of his switches to feature his silencing rubber nubs, which were supposed to behave similarly in practice to the silencing mechanism of the silent cherry stems. The one problem people had with this, however, was that they found the rubber to be too hard. On the other hand, many people find another popular linear switch, the MX Xylent, not to be confused with the aforementioned Zeal Xylents, to be too mushy due to their softer rubber. Now, I know I'm comparing a tactile switch to a linear switch, but to preface my thoughts on the Healios, one, I personally don't find MX Xylents to be too mushy, but I did agree that the Zeal Xylents could be a bit softer. Well, Zeal has heard our pleas, and he has reworked the rubber design. While the Xylent V1s had one dampener on the top and bottom of the stem, the rubber design of the V2 have the silencing rubbers slightly more extended, with there now being 4 mini dampeners on the bottom of the stem. The addition of more rubber pads leads to a softer and more comfortable typing experience. If I had to order the hardness of the typing experience of the Healios on a spectrum with MX Xylents being a 0 and Zeal Xylents being a 10, I would rate the Healios somewhere around a 4 to 5. You can think of the Healios in two ways. One, as a silent Healios that received a paint job, or two, as a pre-modded MX Xylent switch that feels a bit more firm. If you ask me, both sound pretty great, and after having used the Healios for a couple weeks now, I am in love with the Healios. Because it shares the same housing as the Healios V2, a lot of the things I said about that applies to the Healios as well. Wobble isn't really an issue with these switches, smoothness is top notch as expected from Zeal, and even the acoustics aren't bad. Because the silencing rubber mutes a lot of the sound, these aren't plagued by as high a pitch that the Healios are known for, and all you really hear is the rubber hitting against the plastic. I have a feeling that the Healios will be the sleeper OP sales winner for Zeal. Tactile switches have been all the buzz lately with the news regarding the Holy Pandas, but if I could only choose one switch to purchase from Zeal's latest line of switches, for me personally, it would be the Healios. There's almost no reason for anyone to make MX Xylents anymore unless they prefer that softer feeling, in my opinion. I would describe my experience typing on MX Xylents as typing on firm pillows or even clouds, and I think the Healios are in line with this feeling, except the pillows are slightly more firm. And for the current sale price of 10 switches for $9, it will run you about the same as you would if you were to Frankenstein your own MX Xylent right now. I built my bok.cp with Krytox 205 Grade 0 lubed Healios, and for me this is the perfect board for work. Lubed Healios are about as silent as you can get right now for an MX style switch, and because the stem and housings are already so smooth, a little bit of thick lube really makes it shine. While the Healios aren't as flashy as some of the other switches that are currently receiving the spotlight, I believe that the Healios were a switch that had to eventually come along, that should prove to be a solid switch in anyone's build collection. Well, that is it for this review. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I will have a link down below in the description box where you can purchase these switches. In addition, I will also have all my other social medias linked as well, so please be sure to follow me on all my platforms. Now, I never made an official announcement on YouTube, but if you guys have been paying attention to the description boxes, I have made a Patreon. If you guys want to support me and help keep this channel improving, please consider joining, as with your support, I can continue to grow my platforms as well as up my production value. There are perks to being a patron, ranging from early access content to exclusive footage such as behind the scenes vlogs and videos, or other content that won't be available anywhere else. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. There will be a short typing test following up, as well as a full typing test uploaded as well. And until next time, see ya nerds.